So, something really cool that I'm working on right now. I actually just got my new Dark Owl Archery scope housing in the mail right before my elk hunt. So I didn't have time to put it on for that, but I have time to put it on now. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, to put it on my HHA Tetra, all I had to do was go and get the UltraView attachment, I believe. I don't have the paper for it anymore, but it's just the UltraView adapter, as you can see there. It's gonna fit right onto the HHA Tetra sight mount. I just gotta unloosen 2 bolts and then unloosen 2 bolts and slide it on. So I'm gonna start off on pretty much generally the same area. I will say the difference that it's gonna be here is that it's still a triple stack, if you can see that, but it's a single triple stack. Whereas the sight that I have on now is 3 individual pins. And so basically it's gonna keep me with that working range. What I'm gonna have to change though is my top pin is now gonna be my floater, where right now my bottom pin is my floater. So I'm gonna have to work my sight tape out a little bit. Right now my sight tape starts at 40 and it goes 20, 30, 40 is my pins, and then my bottom pin is my floater. So that goes from 40 down to 100. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to rechange that. I'm gonna lose a little bit of distance on my sight tape, but I'm not super concerned about it because this bow is still pushing some crazy speeds. So I'm still gonna have good distance out of it, but I'm just gonna have to adjust that pin. So I'm gonna have to move my sight tape back to, I'm assuming I'm gonna have to start at 20 and kind of go 20 through 40, but I'll still have the working range of a 3-pin sight. It's just going to be a little bit different than what I'm running now. So I'm really excited to check it out. This is an awesome sight. I might do a little deep dive of this thing quick because it is a really cool sight. So let's dive in. Okay, so a couple cool features about this is, if you can't tell, you can actually make the pin a few different positions. So they have these bolts in here all around this entire inside ring of this scope. And so it's as simple as undoing a couple of these bolts and then changing the pin position. So if I wanted to make this pin come from the top going to the bottom, I could do that. If I wanted to make it come from the side, go at an angle, I could do that too. So this really does have a very wide variety of uses. You can also change the level. You can change the level to the top part if you wanted to. So we could switch this, undo this Allen key right there and switch the level to the top. And I actually might do that because I want to see what it looks like. So we're gonna do that right now. And this is really cool. So the angle that the level is at, it will always be level off the scope housing. So I don't have to worry about making sure that I put it on their level. I just know that if it's on the scope housing, it's gonna be level. So I'm going to put that on there. And just like that, my level is on top. And there's multiple different positions that you can move your pin to as well. I believe when I put this attachment on, all I had to do was take out 3 bolts, and then this whole top cover slid off, and then I was able to put the bolt in on the side to tie it to the UV connection there. So it was really simple. It has a lot of adjustability. I don't know if I'm gonna like the bubble on top, but I'm gonna try it just for a little bit because I never have. But there's a lot of adjustments that come with this sight, and so it's going to be really fun to kind of test it out. This is just the sun shield for your pins, for the fiber optics in the pins. If you want it to be lighter, depending on where the sun's at, if the sun is coming from, if it's raising from the east and you want to block it from that side, you can shift the sun visor to that side. If you want it to come from the west, you can do the same thing. Center, and then if you want all the light to come in from everywhere, you just throw that thing on the bottom and you're good to go. So a lot of fiber optic options there, which is really fun if you're ever hunting out west and it's really brighter. It slims, you're in tree line and you need some more sun. That's really cool. The overall appearance of the scope is gorgeous. I did choose the topographical map. I think that's awesome, and then I did get my logo engraved, so really cool, really clean too. I don't know if you can tell or not. It's super clean logo, super clean lines. It just looks really, really cool. And then I did go with the 10 thousandths pin options there as well. So overall, this is a super adjustable sight, and I did have them throw the orange in there too, because orange and black is kind of my thing. So anyways, this is a really, really cool sight. I'm going to throw it on now, and then I might switch that level back to the bottom, but I'm going to shoot it for a little while and just see if I like it or not. I kind of don't think I will because it kind of gums up a lot of sight housing, but it's pretty adjustable to throw it back, and it's not going to take a lot of time, so let's get into it. All right, so install is actually super simple. You got these 2 screws right here, Allen key. I don't remember what the size is, but it comes on most Allen key sets. And so you just unscrew it, give it some space. Now I'm going to start in generally the same spot, so I'm just going to count the lines on the side here. We are right above the 4th line. So I'm going to slide that one off. And there's my old side housing. Like I said, that's the HHA Tetra. It's a custom 3-pin with that bottom pin being the floater. And I'm swapping it out with this. So I'm just going to loosen these up as well. Make sure they're nice and loose. So it's flawlessly just going to slide right in. So, boom, new sight installed. All right, so another tip I would suggest is making sure that all the hardware on here is tight before you put it on. I was tightening the stuff and it was getting level, but then it was immediately coming out of level. And so these other front 2 screws, which I'll show you in a second, just weren't tight. And so when they're not tight, guess what? Your sight's not gonna stay tight or level. So just a little friendly reminder to ensure everything is tightened up before you adjust anything. Otherwise, you're gonna be spinning your wheels. So now to continue, that was 2nd axis. So now to continue to check 3rd axis, we're gonna spin it around and we're gonna drop it all the way down center on my October Mountain product bow vise. So I'm gonna show you that here quick too. So 2 screws, the housing part comes right off, and then it's as easy as finding the right size Allen key. And we're just gonna give this thing a good old tighten up to make sure that that is not the problem. That was the problem. We're good again. Tiny details, fellas, tiny details. While I have this out though, it's as simple as this. You take that part out and you can put it in a couple different places. So super adjustable sight. You can move your pin around any way you want. I'm gonna keep it just this way because I like it. Boom. So the scope's back in. Now I'm just gonna check 3rd axis again because the issue was, once again, this little screw part out here wasn't tight, so it was causing the whole sight housing to move. Oops. So, gotta love it. Tiny details, man. Okay, so we got the new sight on. I'm I'm probably not going to do too much sighting in until my new launcher comes. Or I might send a few through just to get a feel for left and right. And then, like I said, I will most likely have to adjust my sight tape down, which will inevitably cause me to drop my sight housing a little bit more too, because I'll be starting at 20, 30, 40 with my top pin at 20. And my actual slide will be at 20 as well. Whereas now, let me show you this here quick, just so you kind of understand what I'm talking about. So now, my sight slide starts at 40 yards. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see that with the shine, but this is the top of my sight. So it does not go past 40 yards. It gives me a lot more clearance to go a lot further down, but with this new sight that I have, I'm going to be moving this sight tape down, so this is 20, and then it'll go all the way down to 100 again. But chances are I'm going to lose a little bit of clearance because I'm going to have to drop that whole sight housing down a little bit just to be able to get it, to shoot 20, 30, 40 off the top. So, like I said, my top pin is going to be my new slider. My other one, my bottom pin one. So it's going to be some adjusting, but I got plenty of time to do that before I'm going to be much more. Cool guys, thanks for watching. Definitely check out Dark Owl Archery. It's out of the Black Hills, South Dakota. Spearfish, South Dakota. Home state, South Dakota. Check them out. It's awesome. They're a great product. They got a really wide variety. You can do single pin, double pin, or triple pin, I believe. And then they do hop on to most major sight brands, Spot Hog, UltraView, HHA Sports. There's a couple other ones that I'm missing, but in my opinion, the big one would be HHA Sports. So it definitely mounts on there. You just got to buy a $49 or $59 little attachment, and the sight will fit on perfectly. Super adjustable sight, guys. So far, I'm really loving it. It's really well made. A lot of options, which is fun if you're a tinkerer like me. You can kind of play with it and see what you like. You can change the pin angles a whole bunch. I will say that I will probably be ordering another one. Probably what I'm going to end up doing is next year I'm going to swap this housing for my Rise housing. So my Rise will have a triple stack single pin, and then I'll put another multi-pin on this one because this is, I like having that working range, and this one has worked really well for me. But I'm really excited to try this out this year on tree stand, ground blind. I might even take it out west a few times depending on how it goes. So. Anyways, those guys, thanks for watching. Next step is just going to be sighting in, and I'm going to probably just start from scratch and do a complete new sight in. Pretty confident. I've probably gained a few feet per second with the new string, so I'm not super concerned about that. It'll probably be the same sight tape, but that'll be a video for another time. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. Check out Dark Owl Archery out of the Black Hills, guys. Great company, great guys. Super hard-working dude. It's a one-man company right now, so check him out, support him so he can grow and make more products. Yeah. Peace.